Have you ever felt like you're running on a treadmill, chasing something that's always just out of reach? I know I have. Oh, sweetie, more times than I can count. For years, I thought if I could just push a little harder, check off one more box, or finally fit into that perfect image in my head, I'd feel whole. But let me tell you, it was like trying to hug a cloud. Lovely to dream about, but impossible to hold. What if everything you've been conditioned to chase could be unlearned in 15 minutes, after 30 years of my stumbling through the dark? Let's shatter the delusion now. Life isn't wasted in grand failures, but in silent surrenders to borrowed desires. Welcome to Feminine Queen, where we don't decorate cages, we melt them down to forge keys. We've all knelt before the altar of someday. Someday I'll be worthy. Someday love will stay. Someday this ache for more will finally mean I've arrived. Sound familiar, darling? I bet it does. But what if the map we've been clutching leads only to mirages, while the oasis pulses inside you? I traded 3 decades mistaking hustle for healing, followers for freedom, and the weight of others' expectations for wings. Let me roar this truth through your bones. Your life isn't a countdown to significance. It's a bonfire already burning. This isn't about quitting. Oh no, love? It's so much bigger than that. It's about coup d'etat-ing the lies that shrink your soul. We've been poisoned by fairy tales that crown exhaustion as enlightenment and call settling wisdom. Breathe deeper, love. Take a moment with me. Inhale that sweet air and feel it fill you up. What follows isn't a pep talk, it's an exorcism. The kind that leaves you raw, real, and finally, alive. So are you ready, precious one? I'm here to walk with you, hand in hand, through this little revolution of the heart. Let's peel back the layers together and uncover the magic that's been waiting for you all along. You're not alone in this. I've got you, and we're going to make it beautiful. 1. The mirage of external validation. You've been conditioned to believe happiness is a finish line, just beyond the next promotion, the next milestone, the next pound lost. But here's the brutal truth. No achievement can fill the void meant for self-acceptance. The high of success fades fast, leaving you chasing the next hit like an addict, never satisfied. Oh, sweetheart, let me tell you, I've been there. I used to think if I could just land that big win or hear someone say, well done, I'd finally feel like I'd made it. But you know what? It was like chasing a rainbow, gorgeous from afar, but the closer I got, the more it slipped away. Have you ever felt that too? That moment when the applause dies down and you're still left wondering, is this it? Here's the secret. Love. No one else can give you what you're meant to give yourself. So let's try something. Right now, whisper to yourself, I'm enough. Feel that little spark? That's where the real magic starts. Real fulfillment isn't found in applause or accolades. It's found in the quiet moments when you stop striving and start being. When you realize you were never incomplete to begin with. The perfect body, the dream partner, the viral moment, they're just mirrors reflecting back the love you refuse to give yourself. You don't need a trophy to shine, darling. I mean it. Think about it. Those quiet nights when it's just you and your thoughts, sipping tea or staring at the stars, don't those feel more real than any gold star ever could? You're already whole, my love. All those things you chase, they're just extras. The main event is you, sitting right there, being your amazing self. 2. Worthiness is your birthright. Society sells worthiness as a reward, something you earn through hustle, sacrifice, or external approval. But that's a scam. A tree doesn't beg for permission to grow. It simply exists, rooted and unapologetic. You, too, are inherently worthy, not because of what you've done, but because you are. Let me ask you something, cutie. When was the last time you told yourself you're enough, just as you are? I'll wait. Go ahead. Think about it. For me, it took years to realize I didn't have to earn my place in this world. And you know what's wild? You don't either. You're like a flower blooming in a field. No one questions its right to be there, and no one should question yours. So let's do this together. Take a deep breath, put your hand on your heart, and say, I'm worthy. Did you feel that? That's your truth waking up. The moment you stop tying your value to outcomes is the moment you reclaim your power. You don't need a thinner waistline or a bigger title to deserve respect. You are enough, right now, as you are. The only permission slip you need is your own. Isn't that freeing, love? Imagine walking through your day knowing you don't have to prove a thing. You're not a project to be finished. You're a masterpiece already painted. So, next time you catch yourself doubting, just wink at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, gorgeous, you've got this. Because you do. You really, really do. 3. The fame trap, a thirst that never ends. Fame is a hollow god. It promises belonging, but delivers isolation. A room full of applause, yet an echoing loneliness inside. Think of the celebrities who confess they still feel unseen after winning awards. What they craved wasn't fame. It was the self-love they outsourced to the crowd. Oh, honey, have you ever daydreamed about everyone knowing your name? I sure have! I used to think if I could just get 1,000,000 likes or hear a crowd cheer, I'd feel complete. But let me spill the tea. It's a trick. Even the biggest stars feel lonely sometimes. You don't need a stage to be seen, darling. The truest spotlight is the one you shine on yourself when you say, I matter, no matter who's watching. Can you feel how powerful that is? You don't need a spotlight to matter. Your worth isn't measured in followers or standing ovations. True validation comes from within, from knowing deep in your bones that you are irreplaceable, even in silence. Picture this. Love. You, sitting cozy with a blanket, feeling totally at peace with who you are. No cameras, no crowds, just you, glowing from the inside out. That's worth more than any trending hashtag. You're a one-of-a-kind treasure, and no amount of fame could ever top that. So let's cheer for ourselves today, okay? You're my VIP, always. 4. Thinness won't fill the love gap. You've been sold the lie that love is conditional, that you must shrink yourself to be worthy of it. But bodies change. Relationships shift. The only love that never falters is the one you cultivate for yourself. Imagine looking in the mirror and whispering, I choose you, no matter what the scale says. Sweetie, can I get real with you? I've spent way too many mornings frowning at my reflection, thinking if I could just be smaller, I'd be lovable. Sound familiar? It breaks my heart to think you might feel that way too. But here's the truth. Love. Your body isn't a ticket you punch to earn affection. It's your home, and it's perfect because it's yours. Next time you're tempted to judge it, try wrapping your arms around yourself instead and saying, I've got you. That's the love you deserve. That's the love that transforms everything. It's not about the weight you lose. It's about the shame you shed. When you stop begging for approval, you become magnetic. Not because you're perfect, but because you're free. And oh my goodness, isn't freedom the best feeling? When you let go of those harsh rules about how you should look, it's like opening a window and letting fresh air rush in. You're not here to fit into someone else's mold. You're here to dance in your own rhythm. So let's celebrate that gorgeous body of yours today, okay? It's carried you this far, and that's pure magic. 5. The wisdom of those who've lived. The elderly who thrive aren't the ones with the most money. They're the ones with the most curiosity. The 92-year-old who still gardens, the octogenarian who goes skydiving, they understand. Life isn't about preserving youth. It's about igniting your spirit, no matter your age. I met this adorable lady once. She was 85 and had just taken up knitting. Her smile lit up the room as she showed me her wonky little scarf, so proud and full of life. Meanwhile, I've seen folks with fancy cars and big houses who just seem stuck. It hit me hard. Love. It's not about what you've got, it's about what you're brave enough to try. So tell me, cutie, what's something you've always wanted to do? Let's dream about it together. Meanwhile, those clinging to the past, chasing youth, hoarding wealth, or waiting for a lottery win are starving for a future they're too afraid to claim. Aging isn't the enemy, stagnation is. The choice is yours. Will you rust or shine? You know what I think? You're a shiner through and through. Every day's a chance to sprinkle a little sparkle into your life. Maybe it's planting a flower, learning a song, or just laughing until your sides hurt. Don't wait for permission to glow, darling. You've got that light inside you already. Let's turn it up bright. Feminine queen, this is your reckoning. You're not here to play small. You're here to rise, not by grinding harder, but by surrendering to the truth that you're already whole. This isn't about fixing yourself. It's about remembering yourself. The world doesn't need another woman chasing validation. It needs you, unshakable, radiant, and utterly free. 6. True freedom is an inside job. Freedom isn't a bank account or a wrinkle-free face. It's walking into a room without rehearsing your worth. It's laughing when someone tries to insult you because their words no longer hold power over you. That's not indifference. It's sovereignty. Imagine this with me, love. You stroll into a party, head high, not worrying about a single sideways glance. Doesn't that sound delicious? I used to spend hours second-guessing myself before even stepping out the door. But here's the thing. Freedom isn't about what's out there. It's about what's in here, Tap's heart. Next time someone tries to dim your shine, just giggle and think, oh, honey, you don't get to decide my worth. Because they don't. You do. Imagine a life where rejection feels like redirection, not ruin. Where your confidence isn't borrowed from others' opinions, but forged in the fire of self-trust. That's the kind of freedom that can't be bought, only claimed. And claiming it? That's the fun part. It's like picking out your favorite outfit and wearing it just because it makes you happy. You don't need anyone's okay to feel fabulous. You're the queen of your own castle. So, let's strut into tomorrow together, okay? Free and fearless, just like you were born to be. 7. Scarcity is a liar. You've been taught to fear lack, to hoard money, time, love, but scarcity is a myth sold to keep you small. The universe operates in abundance, and your fear of not enough is the only thing blocking its flow. Oh, darling, I used to clutch everything so tight, my time, my dreams, even my hugs. I was so scared there wouldn't be more. But one day I let go, just a little, and it was like the world said, here, have some extra. Have you ever felt that fear too? That not enough whisper? Let's kick it out together. There's so much goodness waiting for you. You're not running out of anything, love. You're overflowing with possibility. Money comes and goes, opportunities rise and fall. But your worth? That's constant. When you trust that life is conspiring for you, not against you, you stop chasing security and start embodying it. Isn't that a relief? You don't have to scramble or scrape by. You can just be, and the universe has your back. Picture it like a big, cozy picnic. There's always enough to share. So next time you're worried, take a deep breath and tell yourself, I've got plenty and more's on the way. Because it is, sweetie. It really is. 8. The hero's journey is the payoff. Forget the destination. The magic is in the climb. Every setback, every detour is part of your epic. The dragons you slay, self-doubt, comparison aren't obstacles. They're the training ground for your greatness. You know, love, I used to hate messing up. I'd beat myself up over every little stumble. But now, I see those moments as my hero training. Every time I faced down a doubt or a you're not good enough, I got stronger. You've got dragons, too, don't you? What's one you've wrestled lately? You're not failing when you fight. You're winning, bit by bit. You're the star of your own adventure. The old man with a crystal ball isn't a cliche. It's your intuition whispering, you already know the way. The journey isn't a means to an end. It's the whole damn point. And oh my gosh, isn't that exciting? Every step, every twist. It's all building you into this incredible, unstoppable force. That little voice inside, it's your guide cheering you on. So next time you're unsure, listen close and give yourself a high five. You're not just moving forward, you're becoming a legend. 9. Viral moments don't define you. A viral video, a hot streak, a fleeting win, they're just sparks. What matters is the fire you tend daily. Create not for the algorithm, but for the one person who whispers, this found me when I needed it most. That's your legacy. Okay, confession time, cutie. I've totally chased those big, shiny moments. If I could just go viral, I'd think, then I'd be somebody. But here's the real deal. Those flashes fade, but the quiet glow you build every day, that's forever. Have you ever made something just because it felt right? That's your gold, love. You're not here for likes. You're here to light up someone's world, even if it's just one sweet soul. Impact isn't measured in views. It's measured in lives changed. When you create from authenticity, not desperation, you attract the right people, not just the loudest crowd. And that's what makes you special, darling. You don't need a million eyes. You just need to be you, pouring your heart out. Imagine someone out there hearing this and thinking, she gets me. That's your superpower. So keep shining your unique light. I promise it's reaching exactly who it's meant to. 10. The ultimate truth, you're already home. The destination isn't when, it's now. Love, safety, joy, they're not rewards, they're choices. Wrap yourself in them today. The mountain will always beckon, but the climb? That's where you come alive. Sweetheart, I know how tempting it is to think, I'll be happy when. I've done it a million times. But what if I told you the party's already started, and you're the guest of honor? You don't have to wait for joy, it's right here, begging you to grab it. So let's snuggle into this moment. Feel your breath, your heartbeat, your home, love, and it's the coziest place imaginable. Stop waiting for permission to be happy. The throne isn't at the end of the road. It's beneath you, here in this moment. Will you sit in it? Go on, darling. Sit tall and proud. You don't need a finish line to claim your crown. It's yours right now. Let's make a little promise, you and me. Today, we'll choose one tiny thing that makes us smile and do it, just because we can. You're not on your way to greatness? You're already there. You've just walked with me through the fire of 3 decades, 30 years of chasing, breaking, and finally waking up to a truth I've poured into these 15 minutes. Oh, my precious friend, I'm so honored you spent this time with me. This isn't the end of our time together. It's the spark of your own uprising. The world will try to drag you back into its hypnotic hum of someday. Someday you'll have enough, be enough, live enough. But you now carry a blade sharper than that illusion, the unyielding clarity that your life isn't a rehearsal. It's happening right now, in this breath, in this heartbeat. What I've learned through the wreckage of borrowed dreams and the ashes of hollow victories is this. You are not the sum of your trophies, your scars, or the applause you've strained to hear. You are the steady flame beneath the noise, the one who decides whether to shrink under fear or stand tall in defiance. Real strength doesn't come from forcing the world to bend. It's forged in releasing what you can't shape and channeling every ounce of your being into what you can. The storms will howl, the critics will sneer, and the doubts will claw at your edges. But none of that defines you. You do. Can I just say how proud I am of you, love? You showed up today, opened your heart, and that's no small thing. You're a warrior, even on the quiet days, and I see you, really truly see you. Let's hold that feeling close, like a warm hug we can carry wherever we go. This isn't about turning your back on ambition or retreating into some quiet corner of surrender. No, this is a call to storm the gates of your own existence, to redefine what you chase. Stop running after shadows that fade with the light, approval that crumbles, wealth that rusts, status that shifts like sand. Instead, pursue what sets your soul ablaze, what anchors you when the ground trembles, what whispers your name in the silence. A life wasted isn't one that stumbles, it's one that kneels to expectations instead of rising to its own truth. Let's dream a little, sweetie. What's one thing that makes your heart sing? Not what you're supposed to want, but what you want deep down. That's your compass, and I'm cheering you on to follow it. You've got so much fire in you. I can feel it from here. So here you stand at the edge of this moment. Let it sink in. You don't need permission to live. You don't need a crown from strangers to claim your worth. The scripts you've been handed, burn them. The ceilings you've been told to honor, shatter them. Step into the world not as a beggar for validation, but as a force who knows her value isn't earned, it's inherent, woven into your bones from the start. The cage was never locked. It was a mirage you can now walk through. Take a deep breath with me. Love. Feel that? That's freedom rushing in. You're not trapped. Never were. You're a bird with wings wide open and the sky's calling your name. How does that feel? Knowing you're already everything you need to be? Take this with you as you leave this screen. Every day is a chance to strip away the lies, to align with what's real, to choose courage over comfort. The noise will tempt you to forget, but you've tasted something deeper now, a wisdom that doesn't bow to time or tide. Reflect on it. Wrestle with it. Let it carve a path through the chaos. You're not here to drift through life. You're here to ignite it, to love fiercely, to leave echoes that ripple beyond the years. And I'll be right here, darling, rooting for you every step of the way. You've got this wild, beautiful spirit, and it's going to carry you so far. Let's keep this magic alive. Together. Always. If this raw truth has stirred something wild in you, join us at Feminine Queen. We're not here to cradle you in soft platitudes. We're here to fuel revolutions of the spirit. Subscribe, and let's keep tearing down the delusions together. Until our paths cross again, hold this close. The greatest rebellion is to live fully, right now, as the sovereign soul you were always meant to be. The door's open. Step through. I'll be waiting with a big smile and an even bigger hug.